Your mind is the battleground where wealth is won or lost, long before the single dollar hits your bank account. Right now, in this moment, you're sitting on a gold mine of untapped potential, not in some distant future, but right here, right today. The difference between average thinking and billionaire thinking isn't just about money. It's about how you process every single moment of your existence. I've seen people with nothing build empires, while others with every advantage remain stuck in mediocrity. The difference? It's all in their minds. Let me share something personal. Years ago, I was trapped in the same limiting thoughts that might be holding you back right now. I'm not ready. That's for other people. I don't have enough resources. These thoughts were like chains, keeping me bound to a life of ordinary results. But then something clicked. I realized that every single billionaire started with a thought before they had a dollar. Think about this. Your brain doesn't know the difference between $1 million thought and a minimum wage thought. It simply executes whatever programming you feed it. The beautiful truth is that thinking like a billionaire costs exactly the same as thinking like a person struggling to make ends meet. Absolutely nothing. Today, I'm going to share 5 powerful ways to rewire your mind for extraordinary success. These aren't just theories or feel-good ideas. These are battle-tested principles that the world's most successful people use every single day. They're the same principles that transform my life, and they will transform yours too. Are you ready to upgrade your mental software? Because in the next few minutes, you're going to learn exactly how to think in ways that attract abundance, opportunity, and success. Your life is about to change, not because of what you'll get, but because of who you'll become. Every morning, when billionaires wake up, they don't see 24 hours ahead of them. They see 1440 precious minutes. That's the first secret. Billionaires think in minutes, not hours. While others waste time, they invest it. Look at your watch right now. Each tick represents a choice. A choice to move toward wealth or stay in comfort. Most people treat time like it's unlimited, but billionaires know better. They understand that time is the only resource you can never get back. Never buy more of and never replace. The people kill time. Average people spend time. Rich people invest time. But billionaires, they multiply time. They use every minute as a seed that grows into something bigger. Let me break this down into practical terms. When a billionaire looks at their phone, they don't see a device for entertainment. They see a wealth-building tool. When they're stuck in traffic, they're not just sitting there. They're listening to valuable information. When they're exercising, they're not just working out. They're planning their next move. Think about yesterday. How many minutes did you spend scrolling through social media? How many minutes did you waste worrying about things you can't control? I imagine if you had invested those minutes instead. One valuable idea, one important connection, one strategic decision. That's all it takes to change the trajectory of your life. This is what billionaires do differently with their time. First, they front load their day. The first 3 hours after waking are worth more than the next 8 combined. Your mind is freshest, your willpower is strongest, and your focus is sharpest. Use these golden hours for your most important work, not checking emails or responding to others' demands. Second, they batch similar tasks together. Switching between different types of work drains your mental energy. When you handle all your calls at once, all your planning at once, all your creative work at once, you're not just saving time, you're multiplying your effectiveness. Third, they understand the power of saying no. Every yes to something unimportant is a no to something potentially life-changing. Your time is your life, and every request for your time is a request for your life force. Guard it fiercely. Fourth, they create time leverage. While others trade time for money, billionaires set up systems that make money while they sleep. They know that personal effort has limits, but leverage has none. Don't start thinking about time like a billionaire. Here's your action plan. Tonight, before you sleep, write down your top 3 priorities for tomorrow. Not a long to-do list. Just 3 things that will move your life forward. Wake up 1 hour earlier than usual. Use that hour for yourself, not for others. No phone, no email. Just pure focus on your growth. Start tracking your time like you track your money. Use your phone's timer for everything you do tomorrow. You'll be shocked at where your time actually goes. This awareness alone will transform how you think about time. Remember this. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is filled with time. Not money, not connections, not lakam. And starting right now, you're going to use that time differently. Because here's what nobody tells you about billionaires. They don't have more time than you. They just make different choices about how they use it. They treat every minute like it's worth $1 million. And eventually, your time is ticking away right now. Every second you spend thinking maybe later is a second, you'll never get back. The time to act is now. The time to change is now. The time to start thinking like a billionaire is this very minute. The average person runs from problems. The millionaire solves problems, but the billionaire, they do something entirely different. They hunt for problems because they know that's where the real money lies. Think for a moment about every major fortune ever built. Behind it sits a problem that needed solving. Transportation was a problem. Elon Musk saw opportunity. Social connection was a problem. Mark Zuckerberg saw opportunity. Computing was complex. Bill Gates saw opportunity. Your mind needs to shift right now. Every complaint you hear is a potential gold mine. Every frustration in your daily life is a business waiting to be born. Every time you think this is annoying or this should be better, you're actually standing on top of an opportunity. Let me show you how billionaires process problems differently than everyone else. Most people say, this is too hard. Billionaires ask, how can this be simplified? Most people say, someone should fix this. Billionaires ask, why not me? Most people say, that's just how it is. Billionaires ask, what if it wasn't? See a difference? It's not about having more resources. It's about seeing resources where others see roadblocks. It's about training your mind to automatically flip every problem into an opportunity. And the secret that billionaires know, the bigger the potential payoff. Small problems lead to small profits. But solving massive problems, that's where billions are born. This ain't about a crisis while others panic. Train yourself to ask. What's needed here? What's missing? What could make this better? Let me give you a practical exercise right now. Take out your phone or a piece of paper. For the next 24 hours, write down every single thing that frustrates you. Every tiny annoyance, every moment you wish something was different. Don't try to solve them yet. Just list them. Why? Because you're building your opportunity radar. You're training your mind to spot gaps in the market. Those frustrations, they're not just complaints, they're market research. They're telling you what people need, what they want, what they pay to fix. But here's where billionaire thinking goes even deeper. They don't just solve surface problems. They solve problems behind the problems. They ask why 5 times to get to the root cause. Because that's where the real opportunities hide. Uber didn't just solve the problem of calling a taxi. They solved the deeper problems of trust, convenience, and predictability in transportation. Amazon didn't just solve the problem of buying things. They solved the deeper problems of choice, time, and effort in shopping. Now let's make this practical for you. Think about your industry, your skills, your daily life. What problems do you understand better than most people? What frustrates you more than it frustrates others? That frustration is valuable. It's your compass pointing toward opportunity. Here's your action plan for developing billionaire problem solving. First, start your problem journal today. Write down 20 problems you see around you. They can be tiny, they can be huge. Just write them down. For each problem, ask yourself, I've solved this. How many people would it help? How much would they pay for a solution? How often would they need it? Third, look for patterns. Are there common themes in the problems you're spotting? Those patterns might be pointing you toward your billion-dollar opportunity. Fourth, start small but think big. You don't need to solve world hunger tomorrow. Start with one person's lunch problem today, but always keep your mind open to how your solution could scale. Remember this, every billionaire started exactly where you are. seeing a problem and deciding to solve it. The only difference is they train their minds to see opportunities where others saw obstacles. Your brain is already processing thousands of problems every day. Starting right now, you're going to process them differently. You're going to see them as wrapped gifts, not roadblocks. You're going to thank your problems for showing up, because each one is carrying an opportunity in disguise. The next time someone complains about something, don't join in. Instead, take notes. The next time you face a challenge, don't curse it, study it. The next time you think this is impossible, catch yourself and ask what it wasn't just possible, but profitable. Goals are for amateurs. Systems are for billionaires. While everyone else is setting New Year's resolutions, billionaires are building machines that print money while they sleep. The difference, goals have an end point. Systems keep working forever. Look carefully. Goals are important, but they're just the starting point. Think about this. If you set a goal to make $1 million, what happens after you reach it? You start over. But if you build a system that generates wealth, it keeps working day after day, year after year. Here's what billionaires understand. Success isn't about working harder, it's about building better systems. A system is like a machine that turns your efforts into results automatically. It's the difference between carrying buckets of water and building a pipeline. Let me break this down with a simple truth. You can't outwork a billionaire system with your personal effort. No matter how hard you work, you only have 24 hours in a day. But a well-built system, it works 24/7, never gets tired, never needs motivation, and keeps multiplying your efforts. Here's how billionaires think about systems. They don't just hire employees, they create standard operating procedures. They don't just make sales, they build sales funnels. They don't just serve customers, they design customer experience systems. They don't just make money, they create money-making machines. Think about McDonald's. The founder didn't just create a restaurant, he created a system so precise that it works the same way in every location, every time. That's not a goal. That's a system. Now, let's make this practical for your life. Start looking at everything you do repeatedly as a system waiting to be optimized. Your morning routine, that's a system. Your way of handling emails, that's a system. Your method for making decisions, that's a system too. Here's what makes billionaire level systems different. First, they're documented. It's not just in your head, it's written down step by step so anyone can follow it. Second, they're automated where possible. If a computer can do it, a computer should do it. Your time is too valuable for repetitive tasks. Third, they're measurable. You can't improve what you can't measure. Every system should have clear metrics for success. Fourth, they're scalable. A good system works just as well for 10 customers as it does for 10,000. Here's your action plan for building billionaire level systems. Start with one area of your life or business that causes you stress. Write down every step you currently take to handle it. Now ask yourself these questions. What steps can be eliminated? What can be automated? What can be delegated? What can be simplified? Then design your system. Think like an engineer building a machine. The machine needs to work without you there. It needs to be so simple that anyone can operate it. Remember this, every time you solve a problem, don't just solve it, systematize it. Create a solution so thorough that you'll never have to solve that same problem again. Here's a powerful secret. The real value of systems isn't just in the time they save, it's in the mental freedom they create. When you have strong systems, your mind is free to focus on bigger opportunities instead of daily problems. Start small, but think big. Maybe your first system is just a better way to handle your emails, but that same thinking applied to bigger challenges is what builds empires. Your homework tonight, pick one recurring task in your life. Spend 30 minutes designing a system to handle it. Make it so clear that a complete stranger could follow it. That's your first step toward thinking like a billionaire. Because here's the truth, the difference between where you are and where you want to be isn't just about working harder. It's about building better systems. Starting today, you're not just going to work, you're going to build machines that work for you. Money flows through networks. Information flows through networks. Opportunities flow through networks. And billionaires, they're master network builders. Not just collecting business cards, they're creating powerful connection systems that multiply their reach and impact. Stop thinking about networking as something you do at events. Start thinking about it as something you build every single day. Because here's the truth, your net worth is directly tied to your network. Not just who you know, but who knows what you can do. Listen carefully, the richest people in every room aren't always the smartest or the most talented. They're the ones with the strongest networks. They understand a fundamental truth: nobody builds $1 billion fortune alone. Here's what separates billionaire networking from average networking. Average networkers ask, what can I get? Billionaire networkers ask, what can I give? Average networkers count contacts. Billionaire networkers build relationships. Average networkers attend events. Billionaire networkers create events. The secret is this: don't focus on making connections, focus on creating value for others. When you help enough people get what they want, you'll never have trouble getting what you want. Here's the billionaire's formula for networking. First, become a value detective. Before you reach out to anyone, study them. What are their goals, their challenges, their needs? When you understand what someone values, you can offer real help, not just another business card. Second, master the art of strategic generosity. Give without expecting anything in return, but give strategically. Your time, your knowledge, your connections, these are your networking currencies. Use them wisely. Third, build bridges between others. Don't just connect yourself to powerful people, connect powerful people to each other. When you become a connector, opportunities start flowing to you automatically. Fourth, maintain your network like a garden. It needs regular attention, care, and pruning. A small, well-maintained network is worth more than a large, neglected one. Here's your practical action plan for building a billionaire-level network. Start with what I call the Power 20 exercise. Write down the 20 most influential people in your field. Now create a plan to add value to each of their lives over the next 90 days. Not asking for anything, just giving value. Next, start your own mastermind group. Gather 5 people who share your ambitions but work in different fields. Meet regularly, share insights, solve problems together. This small group can multiply your reach exponentially. Create content that serves your network. Share your insights, document your journey, teach what you learn. When you become a source of value, people naturally want to connect with you. Remember this, every billionaire you admire right now has a network they built before they had billions. They started exactly where you are with a decision to be intentional about building relationships. Your daily networking habits need to change starting now. Stop thinking about networking as an event and start thinking about it as a lifestyle. Every interaction is an opportunity to strengthen your network. Here's your immediate action step: take out your phone. Look at the last 5 people you called or messaged. Are these people elevating you or holding you back? Are they pushing you toward your goals or pulling you toward mediocrity? Starting today, every person you meet, every conversation you have, every message you send, think about it as either strengthening or weakening your network. There's no neutral ground. Because here's what billionaires know: your network is your net worth in development. The connections you make today create the opportunities you'll see tomorrow. The doors you open for others today become the pathways to your success tomorrow. Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is learning something that's going to make them millions of dollars. The question is, are you learning it too? Billionaires don't read to be entertained. They read to find million-dollar ideas hidden between the pages. Here's the raw truth in today's world: what you know becomes outdated faster than ever before. The skills that made you successful yesterday might make you obsolete tomorrow. Billionaires understand this at their core. That's why they treat learning like breathing. It's not optional, it's survival. Look at the habits of any billionaire. They read constantly, they question everything. They surround themselves with people smarter than them. Why? Because they know that fortune belongs to the learners, not the learned. Here's how billionaires approach learning differently. They don't just consume information, they act on it immediately. Every book, every conversation, every experience gets turned into action. They test ideas fast, fail fast, learn fast, and adjust fast. Their learning isn't random, it's strategic. They don't read everything. They read what serves their vision. They don't attend every seminar. They seek specific knowledge that moves them toward their goals. Most importantly, they learn from everyone. The janitor might have business insights the CEO missed. The new intern might see opportunities the board overlooked. Every person is a potential teacher when your mind is open to learning. Here's your action plan for developing a billionaire learning system. Start your knowledge portfolio today. Just like a financial portfolio, you need to invest in different types of knowledge. Technical skills, people skills, financial skills, communication skills. Diversify your learning. Create your daily learning ritual. The first 30 minutes of your day must be dedicated to learning. No excuses. Read an article, watch an educational video, listen to a business podcast. Feed your mind before feeding your body. Test what you learn. Knowledge without action is just entertainment. For every new thing you learn, find one way to apply it within 24 hours. Make learning a full contact sport. Remember this, every billionaire is a lifelong student. The moment you think you know enough is the moment you start falling behind. Your brain is like a muscle, it grows stronger with use and weaker with rest.